Long ago, in a kingdom surrounded by golden mountains and silver rivers, there lived a young king named Adrian. King Adrian was admired by everyone. He was brave in battle, wise in judgment, and handsome enough that princesses from distant lands dreamed of marrying him. Yet despite all his wealth and power, the king felt something was missing. Every day, he sat upon his golden throne, listening to nobles praise him and merchants seek his favor. But at night, as he looked out from his palace window, his heart felt strangely empty. "I have everything," he often whispered to himself. "So, why do I feel like I have nothing?" One spring morning, the king decided to leave the palace, disguised as a common traveler. He wanted to see the kingdom through the eyes of ordinary people. For several days, he wandered through villages, forests, and marketplaces. Then, in a small village near the edge of the kingdom, he saw her. A young woman was standing beside a well, helping an elderly woman carry a heavy basket. Her clothes were simple. Her shoes were worn, but her smile seemed brighter than the morning sun. Her name was Lily. She was poor, living alone in a tiny cottage after losing her parents years before. Yet everyone in the village loved her. She shared food with the hungry. She cared for the sick. She never complained about her hardships. King Adrian couldn't stop watching her. For the first time in his life, he met someone who seemed richer than any noble, despite owning almost nothing. The next day, he returned. And the day after that, soon, he found excuses to visit the village every week. Lily believed he was merely a traveler named Adrian. They spent hours talking beneath an old oak tree. They spoke about dreams, about kindness, about life, and slowly, without realizing it, they fell in love. Months passed. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in shades of gold and crimson, Lily asked him a question. "Adrian, what do you truly want in life?" The disguised king looked at her and smiled. "Peace," he replied. "And where do you think you'll find it?" He gently took her hand. "I think I've already found it." Lily blushed, and for a moment, the world felt perfect. But secrets cannot stay hidden forever. One day, royal guards arrived in the village searching for their missing king. The villagers watched in shock as soldiers bowed before the traveler they had known for months. Lily's face turned pale. You're the king?" Adrian nodded. "I wanted to tell you, but I was afraid." Afraid. The word echoed in her heart. Not because he was a king, but because he hadn't trusted her with the truth. Without another word, she turned and walked away. For the first time, the king felt truly powerless. Back at the palace, his advisors were delighted. They immediately arranged meetings with wealthy princesses and noble families. "Your Majesty," they said, "a king must marry someone of royal blood." But Adrian's heart belonged only to Lily. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Still, Lily refused to see him. Then one winter evening, disaster struck the kingdom. A terrible storm swept across the land. Rivers overflowed. Homes were destroyed. Many villages suffered greatly. When Adrian heard that Lily's village had been damaged, he rushed there with food, medicine, and workers. For days, he personally helped rebuild homes. He carried wood. He served meals. He worked beside farmers and laborers. Not as a king, but as a man who cared. One cold morning, Lily watched him repairing the roof of an old widow's cottage. His hands were bruised. His clothes were dirty. Yet he never stopped helping. At that moment, she finally understood. The crown had never changed him. He was still the same kind man she had fallen in love with beneath the oak tree. That evening, she approached him. "Why are you doing all this yourself?" she asked softly. Adrian looked up. "Because these people are my family." Then he hesitated. "And because I hoped you might see the truth." "What truth?" "That I may be a king." He stepped closer. But my heart has always belonged to the village girl who taught me what real wealth means." Tears filled Lily's eyes. For months, she had tried to forget him. But love that is true cannot be buried. It only waits. She smiled, the same smile that had captured his heart the first day they met. And at that moment, the distance between them disappeared. The following spring, the kingdom witnessed a wedding unlike any before. Many nobles opposed it. Many wealthy families complained. How could a poor village girl become queen? But Adrian ignored them all, because he knew something they did not. A person's value is not measured by gold. It is measured by the goodness inside their heart. On the wedding day, thousands gathered to celebrate. Lily walked through the palace gates wearing a simple white gown. No jewels, no diamonds, just grace, kindness, and love. The people cheered louder than ever before, because they knew she deserved the crown. Years passed. King Adrian and Queen Lily ruled together with wisdom and compassion. Under their leadership, the kingdom flourished. No child went hungry. No poor family was forgotten. And whenever people asked the king how he found happiness, he would smile and point toward the queen. Then he would say, "I spent my life searching for treasure in castles and kingdoms, but the greatest treasure was waiting beside a village." Well, and so the king and the village rose lived happily ever after, proving that true love does not care about crowns, wealth, or status. It only cares about the heart.